All right. Hey guys, I'm Quandell Iglesia. I'm founder and president of Photobus LLC, Quandell Iglesia Consulting, and S&J Millennials 501c3. Before I go into talking about myself, I just want to thank Mr. DeAngelis for the opportunity to come and talk to you guys. Hopefully, what I'm going to share with you guys can help you guys during this quarantine and help you guys get to work and be more creative with your time. All right. So typically this presentation is a live presentation where I'm in person. So there's some like group discussions or conversations that I'll be having. Just comment below so we know that you're with us during this dialogue. So I start off with 3 questions. My first question to the group will be, what's one moment or accomplishment that made you feel confident? This could be in any area of your life, something that you felt proud in. So you guys can comment below your response or get a piece of paper and write below or write on the side what made you feel confident. So my second question is, what skills come to you naturally? That could be anything. It could be, your artistic ability. It could be you knowing how to skate. I mean, anything that you feel so that comes to you naturally. Write that down, comment below. What's a problem in the world that you'd love to fix? That could be great. That could be small. Anything in the world that you'd love to fix. And just comment right below, right on the side. All right. So now, hopefully, I'll be able to see some of your responses and be able to comment below your responses. But here's just a little bit about myself, so you guys can get some context of why I'm before you guys today. This is a feature that I was recently featured in with CBS3, so hopefully you guys get some context about me. And then we'll be able to go into what I want to share with you guys about graphic design and the importance of it.
Well, in recognition of Black History Month, we are honoring game changers who are making a positive impact on communities of color in our area.
A South Jersey Gen Zer who found early business success is now paying it forward. Reporter Cherry Gregg has his story.
Quandell Iglesia runs 3 successful businesses, and he's just 20.
I surround myself around those people who are successful in my local community and learn from them.
But his journey to serial entrepreneur was no crystal stair.
I struggled academically. I barely graduated high school.
As a student at Williamstown High, he was often bored in the classroom, but very effective at fundraising. He used those connections to start his first business, PhotoBliss LLC, taking pictures for the who's who of South Jersey.
It was just with no experience whatsoever, just went out with it.
Then instead of going to college, he went to work for himself, founding a consulting company. When he landed a web chat with the Chick-fil-A CEO,
thank you for sharing this in such an open and transparent way.
Business picked up.
A lot of young people were reaching out to me for the consulting, and they're like, okay, Quandell, how are you navigating in certain spaces?
To share what he learned, Quandell founded S&J Millennials to help young entrepreneurs.
We provide revolutionary workshops, networking mixers, and business educational resources for young business professionals. And then we have the mission of bringing generations together.
The nonprofit's reach spans 7 counties, thanks to his 30 Under 30 Gala, health and wellness fair, and more.
It's truly just through supporting other people and loving on other people.
The exposure has brought accolades from all over. His favorite came from his alma mater, Quandell's only recognition from his high school.
It was humbling, and you realize that you're put on the earth for a purpose.
It doesn't hurt that he makes a good living.
I actually purchased my first home, believe it or not, but right after when I graduated high school.
Setting an example for his younger siblings.
What was the biggest lesson you think you learned from a kid till now?
Know how to love you, and sky's the limit.
A lesson he shares as he charts his own path, changing the game by paying it forward. In South Jersey, Cherry Gregg, KWLP News Radio for CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
Beautiful. Awesome. Keep making a difference, young man.
Yeah,
yes, indeed. Well,
all right, awesome. So just once again, give some context on the background of me, of why I'm even talking to you guys today, because you guys are probably like, okay, who's this guy? Like, what's going on? But I actually wanted to talk about the power of graphic design and the importance of it and how it truly does start with you. Graphic design has completely changed my life. And I hope that you guys are taking everything that Mr. D is teaching seriously, because everything that he does teach is relevant and practical to just everyday life. And it's just important that you take in as much as you possibly can. So the first tip that I have, use graphic design as a communication tool, and something that we call communication design strategy involved in expressing information through visual design. What does that look like, right? So right when like COVID-19 dropped, as founder and president of the nonprofit, I had to release a message of what our new norm is, because we're strictly an event-based organization. And I could have sent out this boring text that you guys see before you guys today, just me talking about everything in text. And it's a lot going on. It's a lot of information, and you want to make sure that it's received well. So the first thing that I did, when I guess our state made the different mandates that we had, was I reached out to my graphic designer, and we got different graphics designed for our events. So we had we're in the year of leadership and influence, and we literally got April's, May, and then June's event all designed and taken care of so things can be released. We switched from an in-person event-based organization to all online now, for the time being that we have. And once again, the first thing that I did was reach out to my graphic designer to get different graphics done so we can still pursue everything that we needed to pursue, but just have an online platform running an online presence. We did our first live that I'm going to share with you guys shortly, and we had about 100 or so people online. So once again, through articulately sharing information, it's still the same exact information. You know, if you look at the different bullet points, we have the different topics, but at that very same time, it's how you articulate it and share it, which is huge. And then once again, we started different bi-weekly Zoom calls with our members and the people are part of our organization. So I mean, that's great in itself. And then we had like an Insta story takeover. We had about 30 or so people submit different Instagram story takeovers. So once again, it's all about how you can be creative in regards of information and utilizing the information that we have before you, and bringing it in a light where it looks appealing, it looks exciting, and it looks as if you want to be a part of it. For those people, I know you guys are most likely Generation Z. I'm technically Generation Z as well because I'm 20. So even though you guys aren't necessarily millennials, you know, you guys are more than welcome to be a part of what we're doing in South Jersey. So that was really my first tip. Tip number 2 is companies need graphic design more now than ever before. And for those people who like maybe feel uncomfortable with like, oh, like I'm not really connected in the business space, or I'm really not connected in the business community, or I don't really know how to talk to people, think immediately, think local, right? So I know Williamstown specifically has a big sports presence. Reach out to to the local football team or wrestling team. Check out local nonprofits like Bianca's Kids, who are actively in the community and actively doing things and actively providing things for South Jersey and the South Jersey area. You know, connect with different schools. You know, if you're, whether that's Lenape or Shawnee or whatever the case may be, Washington Township High School, Williamstown High. I mean, there's so many different opportunities for you to connect with different schools, and for them or for individuals who need work done. As I said, the first thing that I did was reach out to my graphic designer. Once this took place, easily spent about $65 a graphic, you know, so there's power in graphics and there's power in graphic design. And my thing is, it's really all about taking advantage of those opportunities that are presented to you. You know, gratefully you have the time to really sit back. And once again, yes, you're trying to stay on track with everything on Google Classroom and everything, but once again, at that very same time, you know, utilize some time to really sharpen your craft as well, which goes to my next point. No one succeeds alone, so become strategic about your relationships. Going back to the slide prior, when I'm talking about going to the football coaches, different coaches throughout the high school or local nonprofits and schools and more, learn how to be strategic. You know, you're just not going to automatically be connected to the business community or the business world. So finding a place to be authentic and develop mutual respect and offer something before asking for something. Being in that mindset of service and going out and connecting with different people within our local communities, I definitely feel so that people will be receptive, especially if you are younger and you're looking to get your feet wet with some graphic design for different companies and organizations. So definitely taking advantage of that. And I feel so that, it's only going to help grow your skills in regards of people skills. So I know Mr. DeAngelis talked to me about how you guys are utilizing Canva. These are some things that I've actually just whipped up pretty quickly um, for different clients that I had. Um, on the far left-hand side, I was with, I actually took those pictures as well of the bracelets, and he was doing some type of Christmas promo, and I was able to do that and get paid for that. The middle graphic, it was a different school fall open house. I work with Rosario on a regular basis. I was able to whip that up for them pretty quickly on Canva, and you guys are utilizing Canva now. And then even to the far right, it's another nonprofit organization. Once again, super easy, simple, clean graphics, but once again, still able to be paid for it. So definitely take advantage of this time to do that. So I know that was quick, and I know our attention span isn't necessarily as long, but it's important to just be able to just have the dialogue, have the conversation. So once again, I just want to come speak to you guys and talk to you guys just about the power of graphic design and how you can utilize and take advantage of this time to connect with different people in the business community and in the business world, and make money, being able to be in an industry that helps you generate income, keeps money in your pocket. I know a lot of us most likely lost our jobs or different case scenarios, so it's important to be able to do that and be able to take advantage of the time and be creative and be productive and sharpen those skills that you're gaining and receiving through graphic design class with Mr. D. So once again, definitely connect with me, guys. Connect with me online. If there's any questions or concerns you guys have, definitely let me know. Definitely some feedback would be great too. Definitely connect with me on all social media platforms at iQuandell. And I was supposed to actually speak to your class in person, I believe like late last year. I believe it was actually around like election time, and I got tied up with my schedule. I'm definitely looking forward to doing that sometime soon. So guys, thanks so much for your time. Definitely get to work. Definitely start utilizing the skills that you guys are learning in class, and getting and utilizing that in the business community today, and just with the people who would potentially need it around you today. So talk to you guys soon.